Welcome to Friesland Campina Wamco Nigeria PLC. In Wamco, we develop, produce and sell dairy products. Pick, our leading brand and Nigeria's leading milk brand, offers high and consistent product quality you and your family deserve. In one word, we process best quality dairy products.
Our mission is to nourish Nigeria with quality dairy nutrition. As part of this mission, the safety and health of our employees, the quality of our products, and protecting the environment from pollution are key priorities. Therefore, we would like to ask you to follow and maintain our hygiene rules and be safe at all times when you are in our premises.
At Friesland Campina, we are confident of what we do. Many people work at this location and we are keen about promoting and maintaining good safety, health, environmental and hygienic standards in our workplace. Equally, we are committed to protecting the health and safety of all people working at or visiting our site. Here, we plan, manage, conduct and supervise all our work in compliance with legislation and best practice. Furthermore, we want to ensure that all contractors have a clear understanding of their responsibilities along with that of this company. Introduction. The induction is a general induction. It does not take the place of the task-specific training, but it will provide you all the rules and regulation you need to know. It will also familiarize you with our SHE policies, procedures, and standards, as well as other necessary safety requirements. At the end of this induction, there will be an assessment in which you must achieve a pass of 85% before you can be issued with a contractor safety induction card. The safety induction card is valid for 1 year and must be carried at all times on our premises and shown on request. All contractors, subcontractors, and their employees are required to complete the contractor safety induction before they are allowed to work on our premises. Any failure to comply shall constitute a breach of contract, and any unauthorized person shall be ejected from our premises. Please, we advise that you pay attention for the next few minutes. SHE policy. Our Friesland Campina Wamco Safety, Health and Environment SHE policy can be summarized into these 4 instructions. Prevention of injuries to people, preventing damages to the environment, complying with local, international legislation and Friesland Campina corporate standard, ensuring continuous improvement on our safety and environmental performance. Information to be provided by the contractor. The following information shall be required from our contractors: company name, company contract details including mobile phone and emergency numbers, email addresses, and so forth, site contract manager and engineer, safety officers or representative, health and safety manual, gate and access procedure. A register of contractors, subcontractors, and their employees is to be provided at the reception or security gate. You must sign in or out on a daily basis. All contractors and subcontractors must have a visible ID badge displayed at all times when on site or premises. Friesland Campina Wamco House Rule. All safety rules applicable to your work must be obeyed. Do not walk past any unsafe condition or unsafe act without taking action or report. Take reasonable care at work for the safety of yourself and others. Smoking is prohibited on the premises or in surrounding areas. No alcohol, no drugs, no sleepers. There shall be no horseplay of any kind because someone could get hurt. Photograph and filming are not allowed on the premises. Pedestrian walkway. Always walk on the pedestrian walkway. Do not cause obstruction on the pedestrian walkway. Give way to the pedestrian on the zebra crossing. Hazard and incident reporting procedures. If you observe a hazard or any incident, no matter how small, report it to your supervisor immediately, who will take necessary action. All contractors must report all accidents, incidents, and near misses on our premises to the SHE office. Risk assessment and method statement. All works carried out on our premises must be assessed. Prior to the commencement of any work, a suitable and sufficient written assessment of significant risk must be in place. All contractors must have all the relevant risk assessment and method statements made available to you workers before you commence any work. Remember, when thinking about your risk assessments, the following must come to mind. A hazard is anything that may cause harm, such as chemicals, electricity, working from ladders, slippery floors, and so on. And the risk is the chance, whether high or low, that somebody could be harmed by these and other hazards, together with an indication of how serious the harm could be. You can follow these 5 steps of risk assessment to help you assess health and safety risks. Identify the hazards. Decide who might be harmed and how. Evaluate the risks and decide on precaution. Record your findings and implement them. Review your assessment and update if necessary. A safe work method statement, also called job safety analysis, is a document that details the way a work task or process is to be completed. The method statement should outline the hazards involved and include a step-by-step guide on how to do the job safely. It must also detail which control measures have been introduced to ensure the safety of anyone who is affected by the task or process. The format of your method statement should include the following: a title, for example, Work Method Statement or Job Safety Analysis, your company details, logo, name, address, and so on. Start date and completion date. Location where the job is to be carried out. Detailed description of the works, task, or process. Permits to work. Contractors are always engaged in high-risk job. Therefore, permits to work must be obtained when required and must be accompanied by a safe work method statement. They go together. Examples of jobs that require permits are working at a height above 2 meters, any hard work, that is, welding, metal cutting, grinding, drilling, and so on, working in a confined space, working with hazardous substances, demolition and evacuation, heavy lifting and movement of equipment, electrical installation. Please note that all permits must be handed back to the SHE office after completion of work for documentation. For more information, please contact the SHE office. Work at height. Working at height include working with ladder, scaffold, elevated mobile equipment. Whenever you are working at any height, please apply all standard practice and procedure. Hard work, this include welding, metal cutting, grinding, drilling or any other job that may cause sparks or fire. Be careful and take proper precaution. Working equipment. You must ensure that all tools and equipment are in a safe condition to be used. Carry out regular inspections to ensure equipment remains safe to use and make a record of this. Only use equipment for the purpose of which it's intended. Only use equipment if you're suitably trained, competent, and have authorization to do so. Ensure all portable electrical or extension leads have undergone satisfactory testing. Safety signs. Always comply with safety signage. Read the labels on containers before using any substances. Obey any safety precautions required. PPE. Personal Protective Equipment. The use of personal protective equipment is compulsory. Look after your PPE and always wear it when required. Please ask your supervisor to supply these items as and when required. Contractors must observe the safety rules with regard to wearing PPE in specific areas, for example, factories, warehouses, and so on. Contractors must also wear all PPE specified in their own risk assessments. Fire and emergency. Be aware of your surroundings at all times. If the fire alarm sounds, walk out of the building using the nearest available exit. Go to the nearest assembly point and wait for further instructions. If you discover a fire, keep calm, don't panic. Immediately raise an alarm and leave using the nearest exit door. Report immediately to any of our staff or contact the SHE office so that the details regarding the fire can be inspected. Do not take risk or attempt to fight a fire unless you are confident in doing so and fully trained in the use of fire extinguishers. Do not overcrowd the scene of the fire. Allow the emergency response team to work. Our fire alarm system is tested on the first Monday of every month at 12 p.m. You can call emergency number by dialing 2000 on any internal landline. First aid. Contractors must assess the risks associated with the type of work they do and provide first aid as appropriate. Housekeeping and waste disposal. Contractors must always clear up waste that they generated in the course of their work. You are responsible for removing all waste created by your company. A clean site is a safe site. Poor standards of housekeeping increase the risk of slip, trip, and fall accidents. It also increases the risk of fire and occupational hazards. Ensure your work area is kept clean and tidy. Waste are disposed of frequently, and oil spills are reported and cleaned up immediately. When you're finished on site, ensure all waste are removed. Exit and emergency escape routes are to be kept clear at all times. Environmental protection. Protect our environment against pollution. Do not discharge lubricating oil into the drain. Pour into a covered container and dispose of properly. Do not urinate on the floor or in the drainage. Use the toilet. Do not spit around the environment. Use the ladies and the gents. Contractors' performance monitoring. Contractor safety, health, and environment performance on site will be monitored by the SHE office. In the event that the performance of the company in question deteriorates to an unacceptable level, then it will affect the likelihood that such contractors will ever be engaged for future contracts. Contract sign-off. At completion of work, your completed job will be inspected before you're signed off. Please feel free to ask any question you may have before you sign in the induction book. Thank you for your time and cooperation.